Oh God, I can't even see now. Okay, are we recording now? I'll never forget the time I was in high school, had my new to me second gen clips, something a little out of the ordinary, you know, for little small town northern Wisconsin. And I brought it to one of the local shops to have some lowering springs installed. Was super pumped until I showed up to the shop and they literally laughed at my car, quoted me $800 to install the springs, and then talked the whole time about how I just wanted to lower my little car to make it go faster. First of all, those guys. Second of all, did he really think that by lowering my car, I would, think that it would make it go faster? What is going on, everyone? Joe's from Fitment Industries, and I have a hair here that's been tickling my neck. And besides talking about some of the uncultured people from my past, we are here today to talk about whether or not lowering your car, in a sense, makes it faster. On today's episode of Myth or Fact. That shop went out of business like 2 months after. Real quick, before we go ahead and get into today's video, please, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe. It helps us out a ton, and we noticed that like 70% of you guys aren't subscribed yet. Makes me a little sad, so you better. I'm gonna charge you $800 for watching this video. Other than that, wheels, tires, suspension, fitmentindustries.com, you already know the drill. All sort of good stuff going on. Anyway, lowering your car is an extremely common modification for us car enthusiasts. It truly is one of the best modifications that you can actually do to your car. Not only does it usually make your driving experience more enjoyable, but it also looks amazing as well. We actually recommend lowering your car, whether that be on lowering springs, coilovers, or even air suspension, as one of the very first modifications that you would do to any vehicle, as it provides a ton of benefits to the overall driving experience and even the looks of your car. We've said it before and we will say it again. All cars can look good lowered on stock wheels, but not all cars can look good stock ride height with just aftermarket wheels. It's just how it goes. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. No, sir. We are here to talk about whether or not some of those benefits make your car faster.
Wow.
Right. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, shall we? We are going to go ahead and get it right out of the way. First things first, there is absolutely no direct correlation between the ride height of your car and the amount of horsepower that is being produced. Got it? Good. I mean, it's pretty obvious, or at least I hope it would be pretty obvious. So that doesn't mean though that we're just gonna pack it up and call it a day. As I mentioned, lowering your vehicle's ride height comes with a ton of benefits, and quite a few of them being performance related. By lowering your car's ride height, you're also lowering the car's center of gravity. The center of gravity, or center of mass, of your car plays an absolutely massive role when it comes down to how your car is going to handle performance-wise. The lower the center of gravity, the better. If you look at cars being built for performance driving, like Formula One or time attack cars, you'll notice that they have done everything imaginable to keep the weight of the vehicle centered between the axles and as low as possible. This is because the center of mass, or center of gravity, is brought down towards the pavement. There is less force upon the upper part of the vehicle, meaning less roll when going through hard turns. A good way to think of it is by thinking of something that you would want to like push or slide across the floor. I don't know, it's something like a dresser or something like that you want to move to the other side of the room. If you were to try to push from the top of the dresser, odds are it would start to tip over and you're going to have a bad time. Whereas if you push from the bottom near the legs, it'll be much easier to actually just slide across the floor without wanting to tip over. The same kind of forces act on a car during a sharp turn. The weight of the vehicle is going to want to keep going in the direction that the vehicle was originally heading. If the weight and force is being applied higher up, there's going to be more roll and less grip. If the center of gravity is lower, however, those forces are going to act lower on the car, meaning that instead of trying to tip it over, it's going to try to slide the car across the pavement. And I don't know about you, but if you ever tried to slide a car by pushing on the side of it, doesn't really work that well. Long story short, you're going to be able to keep better traction and control while driving, especially while cornering. And that's not all either. Center of gravity is one of the key things that lowering your car can help with, but there are other important factors as well. The aftermarket suspension world for our cars keeps getting more and more advanced as the years go on. This is because as racing teams and car manufacturers come out with new designs and new technology for suspension pieces, the more the aftermarket parts for people like you and me become upgraded and available as well. Things like adjustable damping, both compression and rebound, camber adjustment, spring race, custom valving, all of it It all helps provide the most control possible and the most grip possible out of your car during extreme driving conditions. So, does lowering your car make it faster? That's the question. Short answer, no, it does not directly make your car faster. Long answer, no, it does not make your car directly faster, but it allows you to drive it faster in most cases, all right? If you are setting up your car for performance by lowering it, you will see a direct impact in handling capabilities that allow you to drive your car faster, to push it more. But on the other hand, if you're slamming your car on its nuts and planning on doing all sorts of crazy camber shit and whatnot, you're more than likely going to see different results, all right? It's just how it works. The main point of lowering your car is to get a better drivability out of it, at least for performance reasons, to provide more adjustments that the driver is going to need and that you are going to need while driving the car more aggressively. And you can do so from just your typical lowering springs, or you can step it up and go to a full adjustable coilover or even air suspension. But the last thing that you want to do is go cut your springs, all right? Sean, sit behind the camera right now, all right? Stop cutting your springs. It's not worth it. It's just buy some lowering springs, man. I don't know, whatever you want to do, but just don't cut them and expect the car to do better, all right? You can find all sorts of lowering springs, coilovers, air suspension, wheels, tires, all that sort of good stuff, fitmentindustries.com. You go check it out. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let us know down in the comments below what you want us to cover next on the next episode of Myth or Fact. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Jels from Fitment Industries. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later. Peace.